Namaste everyone and welcome again, or just welcome to a new video of yoga. Today we're gonna do a Hatha yoga, which is gonna be quite ideal for after work, and especially today it's gonna be quite, I don't want to say soft, but I had quite a busy day today and I just feel like a bit not to challenge myself completely, but at the same time feel a stretch to just go deep into some positions, and at the same time not to go too deep to make sure that I can still relax a bit after work. So that said, it's not going to be a very long session. It's going to be about 25-30 minutes. I always keep saying before I edit the video, like, oh, it's going to last just for half an hour, and then it lasts like 45 minutes. I hope this time it's not the case, but I will see in the end when my video is getting edited. As I said, it's going to be Hatha, so the poses are not going to be held for a very long time. It's just going to be a couple of minutes. Not even, it's going to be a couple of breaths, to be honest. So this session will be very great for after a heavy day of work. We're gonna work especially a lot with the legs, forward folds. So these positions are great for people that are having a standing job, um, just to work a bit with the legs. And yeah, that's about it. Just let's just begin because I'm dying to do some yoga today. So you can sit in a comfortable position, and the moment you're in a comfortable position, we're gonna go ahead and center ourselves a little bit. So when you're sitting comfortably, you can close your eyes and you can focus a little bit on your breathing. And just take your attention to your breath without changing anything, without doing anything special. And feel that if you just focus on your breathing, that your relaxation just comes on its own, even without doing anything, without changing anything. You feel an instant relaxation going on in your body. And then for this whole session, I want you to keep the breath as it is at the moment. So on every inhale and exhale, you're going to count your inhales and your exhales. You're going to make sure that they're equally as long as the other. So if you count on an inhale to 5, then on the exhale, it's also going to be to the count of 5. So just to show you for a quick second, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just keep this going for yourself for a minute. If you feel that it's going too deep, or if you can go even deeper with your breathing, you can count till 6 or 7, or 3 or 4, whatever feels more comfortable for you, whatever feels more appropriate for you at this moment. And then when you're done, you can bring your hands in front of your chest and then gently bring the chin towards your chest while your eyes are still closed. Gently open your eyes again. Let your eyes adjust to the light, and then on the inhale, bring your head back up again. Lower your hands again, and then let's start our practice. And for our first position, we're going to bring both legs forward, and then we're going to bring our right leg over our left leg, and we're going to try to bring our right heel to our left hip. And then if you feel this is alright for you, you can stay in this position. If this is already getting too much, getting too strong, no worries, and you can put your your right foot, right above your left knee. Make sure that you put it above your knee rather than on top, just to make sure that you don't block your knee, that you don't block any nerves or anything, or just because of the weight on top of the knee, that you don't damage your knee. It's not going to be that sincere, but still, it's always better to protect the knee a little bit rather than to do anything. Alright, and then flex your left foot, and then on the inhale, we're going to raise both arms up, straighten the spine, and then on the exhale, we're going to lower our upper body. And just see that because of your hips and your leg, in this position, you're not going to be able to bend forward that much, especially because this upper leg is already a bit blocking you, of course. And then just close your eyes and focus on your breathing. And then on the inhale, we come gently up again. Then we're going to go into a full cow face pose. So we're keeping right leg here, then we bend our left leg, and we actually do the same with our left foot as we did here. Let's just see if I can move myself to the other side so you can see what I did here. So now my knees are on top of each other, left foot, right hip, and as you know, right foot, left hip, and then we're gonna raise our right arm, our left arm comes into our back of the hand comes onto our spine, and then we're gonna take gently, we're still beginning at the moment, we're gently gonna take our hands, or you can just put both hands facing towards each other on your back, whatever feels more suitable for you at this moment. And then again, you can close your eyes and take a couple of breaths here. And then on the next exhale, release again. And now to transition, we're gonna do something funky. Go to the other side again. And then we're gonna bring our hands to our left side. So right foot is near our left hip. And then from here, we're gonna walk backwards. And at the same time, we're gonna come up and we're gonna go into a forward bend or forward fold. And we're just gonna stay here for a couple of breaths as well. And in this position, just let yourself hang completely. So if you can't reach the floor, don't be worried about it at all. It's not so necessary in this position, especially now. You just have to relax everything, even your neck. Now let everything just hang. And just feel that your spine is opening up just by itself, just by gravity. Alright, and then the next trick is we're going to do the same, but now we're going to go to the other side. So now we're going to walk our hands towards the left side. We're going to twist our knees into each other, and we're coming into another cow face pose, but now our left leg is on top and our right leg is on the bottom. Funny, right? And then now we're gonna raise our left hand and we're gonna grab that with our right hand at the back of our spine. And on the next exhale, release again. Now we're gonna straighten our right leg. We're gonna flex our foot. And on the inhale, we're gonna make a straight spine. And then we're gonna go down again on the exhale into half calf face pose. And normally you should feel it on the side of your knee, in your hamstrings, and in your hips as well. And then just close your eyes, and we're gonna stay here for 3 to 5 breaths as well. And on the inhale, we're gonna come up again, and then we're bringing our right foot together to our left foot, with our left foot. And then here, we're gonna go and bend forward as well. Just a couple of things before we're gonna get into the position. If you have really tight hamstrings, you can always bend the knees a little bit. I've opted for no props in this video, but if you want, you can put a blanket underneath or a pillow underneath as well. Whatever feels good to you. And then again, we're gonna straighten our spine. Inhale, raise the arms up again. And on the exhale, we're gonna come forward. Make sure that your feet are flexed to activate all those muscles in your legs. And then close your eyes. Yeah, we're gonna stay here for 5 breaths, not minutes. And then inhale, walk back up again. And then we're gonna go into fire leg pose. So what we're gonna do is our left leg, we're gonna put it like perpendicular with our mat, more or less. It doesn't have to be completely perfect, so if you're a perfectionist, please don't take the ruler, don't go measuring and seeing. It doesn't matter that much. And then we're gonna take our right leg and we're gonna put it on top of the other one. So in here, we're gonna just sit just for a minute. So we're gonna close our eyes. We're gonna make sure that our spine is quite straight. And we're gonna tune in again on that breathing of before, in the beginning of our practice. And so we're gonna see now, if we're still, breathing the 5 counts in and exhaling the 5 as well. If you feel that you've connected to your breath again, you can gently open your eyes again. And of course, if you haven't yet, you can just stay in this position for another 10 seconds, more or less. Alright. So then we're gonna go into a tabletop position. So we're gonna go on our hands and knees. So we're gonna make sure that our knees are more or less underneath our hips and our arms underneath our shoulders. And then we're gonna do a gentle low lunge. So we're gonna place our left foot in between our legs. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up and we're just gonna put our hands on our knees and make sure that your left knee is not crossing over your ankle. So your knee should be in one line with your ankle. You should make an outer rotation with your left knee. And as you can see, I'm gonna stop talking now because it's really making me out of balance. It's bringing me out of balance. So one last thing, you can choose between tucking the toes in or just leaving them on the mat. It's up to you. We're gonna stay here for 3 to 5 breaths as well. So close your eyes again. Alright, and then on the next exhale, we're gonna lower our hands. So both hands come to the inside of the left leg, and then we're gonna raise our right hand on the next inhale. So inhale, very good. And then here you can decide what you want to do. If you want, you can gaze towards your upper hand. If that doesn't feel right on your neck, you can just keep your head central, gazing forwards. It's all up to you. And then make sure that you feel your shoulder opening up. So your right shoulder opens up. And then on the exhale, place both hands back together. And now we're going to go into lizard pose. So make sure that your right leg goes a bit backwards. And then you can put your arms onto the mat while your forearms just until you feel like a little opening in your hip. And if you want, I don't know if you can see it if I raise my hands a little bit again, your feet goes um, goes away from you, so it opens up, so you can be here. You can go as deep as you want, of course, or not. It's also good. Just see wherever you can go, whatever feels good for yourself. Then on the next inhale, we're gonna come up again onto tabletop, into tabletop position. And then from here, we're actually gonna go right into child's pose. From here, we're gonna put our toes together. Our heels are falling out just a little bit. And then we're gonna bring our arms forward and our head into the mat. And here we will be staying for a minute just to take a bit of a breather, just to feel the stretch we've just done. Alright, and then on the next inhale, we're gonna go back into a tabletop position, and then we're gonna continue on the right side now. So maybe I'll just turn around like this, and then we're gonna place our foot, right foot, in between our hands, and then on the inhale, we're gonna come up again. So it's up to you, you can tuck your toes in or keep them on the mat. Again, knee right underneath your ankle. Rotate the knee outward just a little bit. Straighten your spine and then close your eyes again. Alright, and then exhale. We're gonna bring both hands to the inside of the leg. And on the inhale, we're gonna raise our left hand. And again, you can choose, you can decide whatever you want to do. You can gaze towards your hand. Just make sure that you feel that you open up the shoulders. It's a little and gentle twist here, so make sure that you get the best benefit out of it. You can also gaze to the front if that feels better for your neck. And then on the exhale, we're gonna bring our hand back towards the mat. We're gonna bring our toes away from us, and then we're gonna lower ourselves down a bit until our forearms come onto the mat, and until you feel that stretch into your right hip for the moment. Now we're going to close our eyes again. Now we're going to be here for a couple of breaths as well. And then next we're going to put our hands into the mat again to push yourself up, back into a child's pose. Just for a quick second, we're not going to stay here for a long time. And then from here we're going to go into frog pose. So we're going to come on the hands and knees, but we're not really going into a tabletop position because our feet and our legs are still in the same position like we did in child's pose. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring our legs further away from each other, and the same with the feet. You just make sure that they're still in that same angle, that the toes are still like a bit pointing towards each other. And then from here, we're gently coming back, and then we're gonna go onto our forearms. And it doesn't look so difficult, but I can assure you, the moment you come into this position, you're gonna feel it very much in your groin, which is what we're meant to do, of course. So see where your point is, the point where you feel the most. Make sure that your back is straight as well. And just for a couple of inhales and exhales here, close your eyes. Alright, and then on the next exhale, we're gonna go on all fours, more or less again. Well, not really, but we're gonna go straight onto our belly. We're gonna straighten our right leg, and then we're gonna bend that left leg even more for half frog. And then in here, we can actually decide if we want a small back bend. We can put our elbows onto the mat, and we're gonna take our cheeks with our hands. So we get a gentle, but still a little back bend if you'd like. If you want, you can also put your hands in front of you on top of each other and put your right cheek on top of your hands. It's all up to you. We're gonna stay here for a little bit. And also, if you wanna change in between, please feel free to do that as well. In this position, it is no problem. Alright, and then on the next exhale, we're gonna bring our left leg together with our right leg, and then we're gonna change sides, so we're bending our right leg now at a 90-degree angle. I know you can't see it now, but it's basically the same as the left side, but now on the right side. Also, if you don't want to have this little back bend anymore, and if you feel like you want to rest your head, make sure that you put your hands on top of each other. And if you've done the small back bend, now it's best to put your forehead onto your hands, because otherwise, if you put your other cheek, your left cheek now, onto your hands, the problem is that you will have stretched one side of your neck but not the other side, which might create a little imbalance, which is not what we're gonna do in yoga. In yoga, we're gonna create balance into our body and our mind. So if you've done the small back bend before, then lower the forehead onto your hands. If you've been on your right cheek, if you had your right cheek on top of your hands, put your right cheek on top of your hands, and then switch to the left side. So switch to the left cheek. Now we're gonna stay here for a couple of breaths as well. Now, next exhale, we're gonna bring both legs back together, and then we're actually gonna come onto our back. Ooh, ooh, that feels good. And then, sadly, I have to say that we're almost done. But first, we're gonna bring our knees towards our belly. We're gonna, if you want, sway from left to right. Give a little massage to our back, lower back, upper back, middle back, nickel back. And if you want, you can also make a little bit of movements with your knees. So make big circles with your knees and then towards the other side as well. And then bring them back to your belly, not too tightly, but then you can bring your legs, your knees to the right side on the exhale. We're gonna stay here for a couple of breaths as well. If you want, you can bring your cheek, your left cheek, to the left side to get also a little stretch in the neck. And then on the next inhale, bring the knees back to the center, and on the next exhale, we're already gonna go down again. And also here, we can decide if we want to bring our head towards the right side. If you've done it previously, it's best to do it now as well, to make sure that you're stretching both sides equally. And then on the next inhale, bring your knees back to your belly. Maybe hug yourself completely by bringing your head towards your knees. And then on the exhale, release. And we're gonna go into Shavasana. We're gonna go into a comfortable position. So we're placing the back of our hands onto the mat, or in my case, onto my carpet. Our feet are about hip width apart or a bit further, and the feet are falling gently outwards. Make sure that you turn your shoulders a little bit outwards as well, just to make sure that your shoulders are open enough for the energy to flow. And then close your eyes when you feel that you're really comfortable. And we're gonna stay here for about 5 to 10 minutes. and then gently bring back movement in your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, your arms and your legs. And if you want, you can stretch yourself completely like you wake up in the morning. And then with your eyes closed, when you are ready, you come onto your right side and take your time. You've got all the time in the world. And then from here, gently push yourself up into a seated position again. Keep your eyes still closed just for a little while. And then, if you want, you can bring both hands together in front of the chest. And then on exhale, you're gonna bring your chin towards your chest. And here, you can gently open up your eyes again. And then, when you're adjusted to the light again, you can raise your head back up. Alright, I do have to say, like, I feel so much more revitalized after this heavy day of work. I hope you are too. And if you like this video, please like it, or even better, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. I think I'm gonna head back onto my sofa to have a little rest again. And then I will hope to see you next time in here again. And as always, if you have any questions, any requests, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And then for now, namaste and see you soon.